Hello and welcome to the sixth in the series of Post Natal Pilates videos for Better Together Dorset. My name's Gina. I teach Post Natal Pilates and regular Pilates for Kate Cadbury. And today we're going to go through a few more tummy related exercises for those who've recently given birth and had their 6-week postnatal check, or who are 3 months after having had a caesarean section. Okay, we're going to use 2 bits of equipment in this class. Now, they are optional and I will give you alternatives if you don't have anything similar to hand. First thing we're going to use is a Pilates ball, which is a squidgy ball. Now you can just as easily use a half-deflated football or even a squidgy cushion. The other piece of equipment we're going to use is a TheraBand, okay, or exercise band. Many people have these kicking about at home, but you can, as an alternative for some of the exercises, use a dressing gown belt, as we're just going to use it to help move the leg in certain stretches. Now, if you feel uncomfortable in any of the exercises at all, stop. I will be giving alternative exercises that work at a slightly lower intensity rate, particularly being careful when we do the hip-related exercises for anyone who has ongoing problems with SIJ pain or symphysis pubis dysfunction. Okay, so what we're going to do is start off with good posture, so feet hip width apart, knees nice and soft, so feet in line with the knees, in line with the hips, and we're just going to rock forwards and backwards through the pelvis. So you're sticking your bottom out, you're tucking your bottom under, okay, just mobilising through your lower back, loosening everything off. Okay, now we're going to come to that point in the middle where your bottom's not stuck right out and it's not right under either. So come to that point in the middle there. Okay, from here, knees nice and soft, shrug the shoulders all the way up and all the way down, settling your shoulder blades on your bra strap. Collarbones should be nice and wide, chin tucked in just a fraction, as if you were giving yourself, if not a double chin, then a quarter chin. Okay, and from here we're just going to squeeze through the pelvic floor and relax. So engage as you squeeze through the pelvic floor and relax, thinking about that 30% contraction rather than holding on as tight as you can. Okay, now at the same time as you draw the pelvic floor up, you're gently going to draw in through those lower abdominal muscles around kind of the top of your hips level, okay, and relax. So pelvic floor and tummy muscles, and relax. Breathe out, engage. When I say engage, I'm talking about the two together, the tummy muscles and the pelvic floor, and relax as you breathe in. Breathe out, engage, breathe in to relax, last one. Breathe out, engage, breathe in to relax. Now we're going to try and keep a low level of engagement through those lower abdominals throughout the more challenging exercises. So just start off rolling the shoulders back, stretching out across the front of the chest. Okay, and bring the shoulders down to rest. Now we're going to float the hands up, but keeping the shoulders down. Now we've got beautiful posture, tummy muscles engaged, pelvic floor working, and we're just going to gently take one arm up, one arm down, swap sides, back to the centre. There we go. So split, side, swap, centre. Split, side, swap, centre. So we're rotating the arms in different directions and swapping directions each time. So breathe out as the arms go apart. Breathe in as they come back together. Now, as you're moving, keep those lower abdominals drawn in. Keep the pelvic floor working. And the idea is that although the arms are moving, everything else in the middle is staying nice and still. So you're still using those tummy muscles, even though it's the arms that are rotating around. Okay, one more in each direction. I'm just going to take a step back so that I can be seen right to the top. And from here, we're going to interlock the fingers, turn them inside out, and lift over the top of the head. Now, from here, we're just going to stretch over, keeping the fingers interlaced, and come to center. And to the other side, stretch. And center, one more each side. Breathing out as you come to one side, breathing into center. Okay, bring the hands back down. Hands clasped in front. So from sideways on, got your hands in front. Now keeping your hips pointing forward, we're going to breathe out as we swing the hands round as far as they'll go and into center. Okay, breathe out to twist, into center. Try and keep the shoulders down, keep the shoulder blades sat on your bra strap, and keep the fingers interlocked. And relax. Okay, give the arms a shake out, give the shoulders a roll, and from here we're going to take the feet nice and wide, arms come out to the side, again drop the shoulders down, and we're just going to twist. So again, keeping the hips pointing forward, feet out at about 45 degrees. So we're going to twist to one side and center. And the other side, and center. Okay, now if you have any back problems, just go as far as is comfortable, and you're just going to stick at this level, okay? If your back is happy, we're going to twist, and then we're going to reach towards the opposite toes, and just 1, 2, 3, come up and unravel. So twist towards the opposite foot, reach down, 1, 2, 3, come up, untwist. Remember, if you've got any discomfort in your back, return to just the rotations without reaching for the foot. One more each side. Last one. Come up and relax. Okay, bring the feet slightly closer in, but still wider than hip width apart. And from here, we're going to go down into a squat. So breathing out on the way down and in on the way up. Now try and keep those tummy muscles engaged. Keep the pelvic floor working. so that your back is well supported and your core muscles are firing. Okay, now from here, we're going to go into a leg lift. So you come down and up, down and up. If you have any knee problems, stick with the basic squat and just go as far as is comfortable for you. Okay, now from here, we're going to come over, and as you come up, keep the supporting leg bent, and we're going to do 10 leg pulses. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to squats. 4 and 5. Now onto the other side, supporting leg bend, and we're going to pulse. If you need to, bring the leg down in between for a bit of extra balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Keep those tummy muscles working. They will help with your balance and your stability. Okay, ready? Supporting leg bend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and again, supporting knee bend. If you need to, you could always hold on to a chair and just do the squats straight up and down, and then the leg pulses. And 10. Last set each side. Bent knee, hold on if you need to. Last set. And 5. Over you go. 1. 10. And relax. Give the legs a good shake. Should be feeling that around the muscles that support the hips. Right, now, from here we're going to go into our roll downs. So, from the side, feet hip width apart, knees nice and soft. Beautiful posture, tummy engaged. So we're going to breathe in to prepare, breathe out, engage, nod the head forward, and start peeling down through the spine, one vertebra at a time. You're going to come down as far as is comfortable. When you get to the bottom, take a deep breath in. Breathe out, re-engage through the tummy, through the pelvic floor, and start to restack. So starting with the hips, keeping the tummy engaged the whole way as you come all the way up to the top. When you reach the top, take the arms wide, shoulder blades together, lift the chest to the ceiling, and come to center, ready to go again. So from the front, breathe in to prepare, breathe out, engage, nod the head forward, and peel all the way down. When you get to the bottom this time, you're just going to circle your arms as if they were two big heavy weights. And in the other direction. And just let them come to rest take a deep breath in, breathe out, tummy engage, and start to restack all the way up. Okay, get to the top, take the arms wide, shoulder blades together, lift the chest, and come to center. Ready for the last one. So from here, we're going to roll all the way down on the out breath, keeping the tummy muscles working. And when you get to the bottom this time, we're just going to bend the knees and come down to the mat. Just going to adjust the camera now so that you'll be able to see me down here. Okay, we're also going to have to hand our band and the ball. Now we're going to start off either with your band or with a dressing gown belt, and we're just going to loop the band around the ball of the foot. Okay, other knee bent and lying down on the floor. So from here, you're going to float the leg up towards the ceiling. Okay. Now try and ensure that you've still got that little gap between your lower back and the floor, that little space there, so your lower back isn't pressing down into the mat. We're just going to hold that stretch there for a moment. Okay, and then slide the other leg out, flex the foot, push the knee down into the mat, and we're going to hold it there a little bit longer, just taking some nice slow breaths. And on the out breath, just let the leg relax a little bit more so that the knee comes a little bit further in. Okay, now, if you have any problems with your hips or your pelvis in general, any problems with pain, just be careful of the next two exercises, and you may want to stick just with the hamstring stretch. If everything's all right around the pelvic girdle, we're going to take the foot across the body and into a stretch down the outside of the thigh. Okay, and come to center, and then we're going to take the foot out in the other direction, this time feeling the stretch through the inner thigh. Okay, and again coming across the body. Now if you don't have a band, or you're finding that stretch a little uncomfortable, have one hand on the knee and just take the knee across the body. Okay, and then we're going to open up, so holding onto the knee, bring it out to the side. Okay, and come to center. Right, now from here, you can do this either with the band or without. Okay, so bend the supporting leg. You can try with one foot supported by the band, or you can try it without, but try and maintain that little gap between your lower back and the floor. And you're going to use the foot to draw circles. As you draw the circles, imagine you've got a laser beam coming out of your tummy button and pointing straight up to the ceiling. And you're going to keep that laser pointer absolutely still. Okay, so you can do it without the band. This makes it a little bit harder on the tummy muscles. as you will have to keep everything working to keep your tummy button still. Okay, and change direction. You should, particularly if you're not using the band, feel your tummy muscles working quite hard now. And rest. Bring the leg down, give it a bit of a shake, and swap the band if you're using one to the other side. So, band wrapped around the foot, and from here, it's a little gap between your lower back and the floor. Float the leg up towards the ceiling. Okay. Keeping the knees soft, don't lock it back completely. Okay. And just take the leg as far as is comfortable. Now from here, we're going to straighten out the supporting leg, knee pressed down to the mat, foot flexed. There's always one side that's a bit more mobile than the other, and this is my stiff side. Okay, if you don't have a band, you can always hold on to the back of the leg and just straighten the knee. Okay, now from here, either using the band or holding onto the knee, we're going to take the knee across the body to take the stretch into the outside of the thigh. Okay, and using the other hand, take the knee out to the side, opening up through the front of the hip. Keep the other leg strong, keep the knee pressed down and the foot flexed. Okay, we're going to come back to centre and take the knee across the body again. Okay, remember you can do this with the band or without. And finally, one more out to the side. Okay, bend the knees and we're going to go for our one leg circle. So either with the band or without. Small gap between your lower waist and the floor. Float the leg up to the ceiling. And we're going to start with our hip circles. Now, if you keep your elbows on the floor, this will make it slightly easier. If you float them off the floor, you'll feel you wobble around a bit more and you have to work that much harder through the tummy muscles to keep your tummy button pointing up towards the ceiling. Okay, change direction. Okay, and stop there. Right, pop the band to one side. Give your legs a shake, and we're going to go into the next set of exercises. So we're going to do a combination of a number of exercises we've done before. And again, as we have done previously, you can use either a ball or a cushion to go under the foot that's not working. Okay, but you can just as easily have that foot flat on the floor. Okay, it's slightly easier if the foot is flat on the floor, slightly harder if the supporting leg is on the ball. So just check your pelvic alignment, that you've got that little gap still intact. Relax the ribs down into the mat, collarbones nice and wide. So we're going to breathe in to prepare, breathe out, engage, float one leg up to tabletop. Now from here, we're going to tap the foot down and bring it back up. Then we're going to take the whole leg out to the side, come to the centre and straighten the leg out, back to the centre. Okay, so engage through the tummy muscles, legs go down, breathe in to relax. Engage as the leg goes to the side and relax. Engage as you straighten the leg out and relax. One more. Tap, side, straighten. Okay, now this time we're going to do a double. So tap, tap, out, out, straight, straight. Okay, now focusing in, tap. Focusing in on these tummy muscles. Try and keep that gap between your lower back and the floor. And use those tummy muscles to stay strong. Breathe out every time the leg goes away. Breathe in to return. Okay, this time we're going to do sets of 3. 1, 2, 3, and out to the side. 2, 3, and forward. 1, 2, 3. Final set. 2, 3, out to the side. You can make all of these exercises harder by having your hands floating up towards the ceiling. Just make sure that your lower back isn't arching. Okay, right, we're going to swap legs now. So ball underneath the other foot, and we're going to start off with our singles. Easier level, no ball, hands on the floor. Hardest level, foot on the ball and hands up towards the ceiling. Okay, so check your neutral spine. It might have gone a little bit awry during the previous set. So spine in neutral, breathe in to prepare, breathe out, engage, float the leg up. Okay, and from here we're going to tap, leg to the side, leg goes forward. Tap, side, leg goes forward. Last set of singles. Now just remember, as we go up to doubles, that you can stick at singles if you're finding you're having problems controlling your tummy muscles in the middle. If you feel that your back is arching and that you're losing that control, just stick to singles. Breathe out as the leg goes away. Got a bit of a clicky hip on this side. Doesn't mean anything. Right, I'm finishing off with the triple. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And again. Breathe out as the leg goes away. Breathe in to return. Go back to singles at any point if you're finding it tricky. Last set. 2, 3. 2, 3. And stretch. And 3. And relax. Take the ball, pop it to one side. Give the legs a shake. Bring your knees into your chest, one hand on each knee, and just circle through the hips, through the lower back in one direction and in the other direction. Okay, right, now from here, we're going to roll onto your side and we're going to come into 4-point kneeling. So, I'm going to give you a couple of options with these exercises. Okay. So, we're going to start off with level 1. But stick with level 1 if you have any shoulder problems. Okay, when I go on to the slightly more advanced. So from here, back nice and flat, tummy engaged, muscles working. And from here, we're going to stretch one arm up towards the ceiling and then thread the arm under the other and drop the shoulders to the ground. Okay. So we're going to bring the arm up to the ceiling and thread it through and again. Last one. Okay, and now we're going to swap sides. So just recheck your posture, make sure your back's straight. Okay, and we're going to lift through the other one. And follow. And come to centre. Just a couple of cat-cows to loosen off your lower back after that. So breathe out, tuck the bottom under, around the back, tummy engaged. Stick your bottom out and raise the head. So breathe out to arch and into lower. And come to a point in the middle. So from here we're now going to go into our planks, and we're going to go into a plank with various options. So if this is uncomfortable on your wrists, to take a bit more weight through your wrists, you're just going to bring the knee in and straighten out. So knee comes in and out. Okay, now your level 1 plank version, you've got hands under shoulders, knees under hips, back nice and straight, tuck under the toes, tummy engaged, and hover the knees. And you're going to come in 1, 2. Okay, if you're happy to, you can come into your full plank either on straight arms, or if you do have a problem with your wrists, onto elbows. So pick the level that suits you, but if you're in full plank, make sure you've got a straight line between your shoulders, your bottom and your feet, rather than a V shape. Okay, and from here we're gonna bring one knee in and then the other. And then the other. Personally, I prefer this exercise in full plank because it gives you a little bit more space. Okay, so pick your preferred level, whether you're just being on all fours, whether you're going to be in level 1 or level 2. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to do 10 marches. So tummy engaged, hover the knees, come into your plank, and off we go. 7, 8, 9 and 10. Lower the knees and we're going to sit back on the heels and just gently stretch through your back. Okay, ready for another set. So this time I'm going to go onto my elbows, but pick the level that suits you. So come into your plank, make sure everything's working, back's nice and straight. 1, 2, 3, tummy engaged, keep the tummy muscles working. 9, 10. Okay, sit back on the heels and have a little rest. Ready for the last one. So I'm going to do this one at level 1. Okay, so I've got toes tucked under, hover the knees, and off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 10. Right. Okay, so we're going to finish this section with some side plank. If at any point the side plank feels too uncomfortable, just come down onto your side, pop a towel between your ear and your arm, little gap between the waist, and come into your clam instead. So if you find the following exercise is too uncomfortable on the shoulder, you can always come down into your clam. Okay, so from here, for the side plank option, on one elbow, lifting your ribs away from your arm to create a nice amount of space. Okay, heels should be in line with your bottom. And from here, we're going to lift up into your side plank. Okay, now from here, we're going to float the top knee up and come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now come down if you need a rest. Otherwise, stay up and we're going to go for the next phase. So you're going to lift the leg, straighten it, bend and down. At any point, you can lower the hip and come down into your regular clam. Keep the tummy muscles working. Keep everything engaged. Okay, 2 more. And come down. Right, you should have felt that in the top leg and the bottom. 2 for the price of 1. So we're going to come over onto the other side now. Again, if you have a dodgy shoulder on one side, you might want to do the full exercise on one side, but go back down to your clam, regular clam on the other. So for those going for the full exercise, heels in line with your hip, bottom, ribs lifted away from the arm, and we're going to come up into our side plank. And from here, float the top leg up. So breathe out to lift and in to lower. If this is again uncomfortable around your pelvis, come back down to the floor and go into your regular normal clam lying down. Now if you need to, come down now, have a little break, or stay up and we'll go for the final 10 with a knee extension. And 10. Okay, and lower down. Right, so we're going to come onto your front now, just to have a bit of a stretch out. So in this position, forehead on the mat, arms out to the sides, so elbows at the same height as your shoulders, fingers pointing forward. And from here, we're going to breathe in to prepare. And as you breathe out, you're going to slide the shoulder blades down your back. And it's as if you're pushing a marble away with your nose as you gently raise your head and shoulders. Deep breath in. And breathe out as you come down. And again. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out. Slide the shoulders down and peel up off the mat. Breathe in at the top. And breathe out to come down. Okay, now you can either stick at that level if you're happy, or take it a little further. So breathe in to prepare. Breathe out. Now draw the tummy button away from the floor. Slide the shoulder blades back. And this time come all the way up onto your hands if your back is happy in this position. Keep the shoulders down as you breathe in. Breathe out as you come down. And again. Breathe out. Tummy engaged, shoulder blades down. Peel up just as far as is comfortable. Breathe in when you get to the top. And breathe out on the way down. Last one. And from here, we're going to come up onto your knees, walk your hands out in front and drop the chest down to stretch through the front of your chest, keeping your bottom high in the air. Okay, and walk the hands back under the shoulders. Now from here we're going to go into another couple of cat stretches just to loosen everything off. So breathe out, draw the lower abdominals in and arch the back. And breathe in as you drop the chest, stick the bottom out and lift the head. Breathe out as you engage, pelvic floors working. And breathe in as you go in the opposite direction. Last one. And come to rest. Right, we're just going to come up onto our knees now. And from here, we're going to finish off by just stretching up through the arms. Take the hands behind the head. Breathe in to shrug. And out. And again. Arms up. And down. Again. Breathe in to shrug. And out. through the shoulders. And in your own time, come up into standing. Thank you very much.